So Paul, your dream here to be in the Olympics.
Yes.
Tell me, how did it start?
So it started from a really young age. I mean, I remember watching the Olympics, I think specifically the 1988 Seoul Olympics in Korea. And yeah, just the whole moment of everybody walking to the stadium, all the flags, all the countries, and everyone just being really excited kind of really inspired me. And that's something I always wanted to do and always dreamed of since I was a little kid. So I gave up on a dream when I was young because there was no way I could do it being a U.S. citizen. But I kind of hatched a plan this year, and I did my diligence, did my research, and I found a way that there's a chance I can make it to the Olympics. So I'm pretty much doing everything I can. I dropped all my work, and I kind of got rid of all my physical possessions, and I'm going full force to try to make this dream happen. And it's getting pretty close. I mean, I've eliminated most of the roadblocks in the way, and I'm now in the final stretch with my first race coming a couple weeks from now.
You're actually, to use your own words, a computer nerd from
Yes.
Silicon Valley.
Yes, that's one way to put it. Yeah.
How do you come up with this idea just that it should be cross-country skiing?
What I did is I laid out a plan, and I go in there and research every single sport. So being diligent, I looked through every single rule book, and I looked through every single sport to see which ones had more flexible qualification standards, which ones allow for different athletes to get in, and ones that could potentially be something I could do myself. So I went out there, tried a bunch of sports, eliminated down to about 4 sports. I went out to bobsled, luge, cross-country skiing, and downhill skiing. And I tried bobsled, and that was very expensive. It was awesome, but I didn't have a team, too. It's a 2-man or 4-man sport, so that one got eliminated. Then I looked at luge, and I didn't want to even try that one. I saw someone die at the last Olympics. I was like, you know what, I like my life, so I want to keep that. And then it came up to downhill skiing and cross-country skiing. So I'm normally a snowboarder, and for me, downhill skiing just doesn't feel that good. So then it was cross-country skiing by default, and had never tried this sport, but I saw that the rules were somewhat flexible, and so yeah, that became my sport, and I tried my first skis in late February, and then I started actually fully training after I found a coach in April. So.
You needed one more thing because you couldn't be in the United States
Yes.
team, so you needed a citizen.
Yeah, I mean, so one small problem is that in doing the research, I mean, okay, I picked the sport, and I moved up here, and I started training, but I mean, I knew that realistically there's no way I can make it in the United States team. I know USA is not as good as Sweden in skiing, for instance, but it's still quite high level, right? And these athletes, they train for 15, 20 years of their lives to get to this level. So I knew as a US citizen, I wouldn't be able to make it. And so I'm like, okay, well, what other ways can you go out there? And in going out there and looking at the sports, I saw that it's either really small nations or really warm nations that you can go out there and kind of have some flexibility. So I started looking at the countries, be it like the San Marinos or Andorras of the world, and then also all the various tropical countries. And so I put together a whole campaign where I started emailing, writing letters, contacting people. And yeah, I became a Colombian citizen to make this happen. That happened about 2 months ago. And yeah, I mean, there's tons of luck and a lot of people helping me out. And yeah, they actually passed a law where the president of the country kind of accepted me as a Colombian, which is like kind of amazing that just by putting my dream out there, that amazing things could happen. So yeah.
So if you make it, you will be the only Colombian member in the Olympics?
Yes, if I make it, I will be the second Winter Olympian in the whole history of the country, and I'll be the only one at this Olympics, and I'll be walking with the flag of my newly adopted nation. So yeah.
Many people that watch like the Olympics and when there are like rookies in the competition, they maybe laugh at them, and in Sweden we call them blueberry.
Okay.
it's
blowbars, right? Yeah. Like that? Yeah.
Exactly. Are you afraid of making?
I know this is going to happen. I know some people are going to look at me, with
making
critique,
a fool of yourself,
and I know, I know. I mean, I know my story is a kind of a funny story, right? And it is idiotic in some ways, right? But you know what? It's my dream, and I'm owning it, right? And no one could really make fun of that. It's like if somebody's making fun of me for going after my dream, you know what? I hope they could die, right? But like. Yeah, I'm not worried about them making fun of us because it is funny. I'm even making fun of myself. This is so ridiculous, right? And I know I'm either last place. Of course, yeah, it is funny. And you know what? I know in 20 years I'm going to be laughing at myself too. Like, oh, I can't believe I did that. So I welcome everybody to laugh at me. And actually, I think that laughter in sport can be kind of good too. It's sometimes almost too serious, right? So maybe I'm kind of the comedic relief of sorts. So yeah. So I'm a blueberry. That's my new nickname. Yeah.